Hello, hi. Yes, you're getting bonnet today because it's my day off and sue me. And then also, I don't know about my camera quality today. I think I need to delete some stuff off my phone because my phone is being really ashy. So, anyways, that's that on that. But this is not the point of this video. The point of this video is to bring up the fact that over the last few days, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about this whole Israeli Palestine conflict that I've never, ever in my life seen open their mouth about this stuff. And it's actually annoying me to the point where I'm just like, some of you are showing your true colors and it's gross. It's actually disgusting because literally on a daily basis, and I'm not exaggerating, and I wish people would just get that through their head, is that when people talk about this stuff, they're not exaggerating. They are not exaggerating. But like every single day on the Gaza Strip, innocent Palestinian lives are lost. Innocent Palestinian lives are affected by this conflict, right? And I see some of y'all never speak up about it. Like, never. And I get it. The Western media doesn't really talk about it like that because they don't want to influence you to feel any kind of pity or sorrow for the Palestinians. They just want you to feel sorrow and, sympathy for the Israelis when they're hurt, right? And I'm not saying that you should not feel sorry for the Israelis and what's going on with them. I am absolutely not. I think, personally, that what happened to them is despicable and disgusting. But that does not mean that because of that, we get to ignore what's happening in Palestine. Like, what's happening in Palestine is disgusting, and it has been happening way more often. Right? And I just think it's really, really, really sad that those of you who are sticking up for Israel and what's going on there have never opened your mouth about Palestine, not once in your life. Not once in your life. And it's just, it makes me so mad and it makes me so tired because I'm just like, bro, you don't get to pick sides. This is not a either or kind of conflict. This is a everybody is suffering. You need to stand up for everybody. There is no, oh, Israel, let me talk about that, and let me never ever bring up the Palestinians. The Palestinians have been suffering way more, way more every single day than the Israelis have. Again, I'm not saying that this attack on Israel is okay. It's not. But I need some of y'all to not be hypocrites out here. Because some of you are showing your true colors. How you do not care about marginalized people. And as a Black Indigenous woman, all I have to say is that my people have gone through this. Are still going through this, right? And the Palestinians have always been allies for centuries. They have been allies to the struggles of Black Americans, Indigenous people. They have been allies. And so for any of us as Black people, Indigenous people, to not stand with Palestine would be disgusting and untrue and unfair when they literally have been standing with us since the days of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and the Black Panthers. Okay? And I understand why, because they see a kinship with us because they're going through the exact same thing that we have been going through. Okay? And so there's only one right answer, really, is to stand with Palestine. But that doesn't mean that you should not condemn what's going on in Israel. But the only reason what's going on in Israel is happening is because of what's been going on for way longer in Palestine. And again, I just don't see enough people talking about Palestine when things happen with them. And yet now, within the last like 4 days, 5 days, y'all want to be experts on what's going on over there. Y'all want to talk about how, oh, we condemn Palestine and oh my gosh, Israel, what's going on over there is so tragic. Like, bro, when in your lifetime have you opened your mouth to say anything about what's going on in Palestine? Because I can guarantee you that what just took place in Israel probably took place in Palestine. Last month, the month before, 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 for decades. So it's just so sad that you just see these people out here and I'm just like, bro, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? Like, please, leave your personal feelings out of this and think rationally with your freaking brain and act like you have some sympathy and a heart and you actually care about the lives of marginalized people. Because honestly, and this is how I feel, the way that you feel about this whole Israeli-Palestine conflict and which side you're on completely and 100% tells me what side you're on when it comes to marginalized people in this country. Because when we're being honest, if you don't understand what's going on in the Israeli-Palestine conflict, the best way to sum it up is that the Palestinians are black, indigenous, and people of color in this country. And Israel is the United States. If you, as a person, can tell me that you support Black Lives Matter, you support indigenous people, if you can support that, if you can support those types of things, and yet you don't support the Palestinians, then you don't support us. You do not support Black Lives Matter. You do not support indigenous people. So make it make sense. Act like you have a freaking brain. Go read something. Go find out what is actually happening over there. And don't just open your mouth and act like you know what's going on because you are being fed a bunch of BS by the white supremacist news. And actually go, if you need to, just go find some alternative sources of news to go watch. Go figure it out. But don't come on this internet acting like you're just some expert, that you know what's going on, and you have no idea the suffering, the literal suffering that so many have been having for decades. And how this conflict can only truly end with land back for the Palestinians and true reconciliation. Because literally, okay? Like, yes, it is so sad what's going on in Israel. I am not condoning that at all. That is not okay. But Israel is a colonial state, like the United States, and they are taking over land that is not theirs. That is stolen land, and I don't care what anybody else says about it. I truly don't. Okay? So when I say land back, I don't mean just for, this country or Central South America or the Caribbean or whatever. I mean for all marginalized in groups who are having their land stolen and by colonizers. And that includes Palestine. And so, end of story, it's free Palestine. End of story, it's I stand with Palestine. End of story, it's protect Palestine. Because literally. So if you don't stand on that views, you can just leave. I don't want you following me. But it's free Palestine all day, forever. Until they are able to have their land back, the same way that indigenous people in this country are able to have their land back. Okay? So it's free Palestine, stand with Palestine, justice for Palestine, all day, every day, forever. Forever.